Hi there and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole and today we'll be previewing this coming Friday's meeting here from Fanny Bay in Darwin, which will be the 1st of March. Although the fields are a little on the light side overall, we have at least held up a 5-race card, unlike last week when only 4 races were run. A total of 32 horses have accepted for the meeting, with some smart customers and potential stars on show throughout the afternoon. The first race on the card is the 3 and 4 year old average benchmark event, and it's over 1,300 metres, and it is timed to jump at 3:05 p.m, with the last set to go at 5:25 p.m. In the first, the Ladbroke at Trobus Handicap. My numbers are 2, 1 and 5. Little 5-horse race to start the day, but nonetheless some quality gallopers engaged here. My numbers are 2, 1 and 5, and going here with a smart horse, Bond's Pride, number 2, trained by Jason Manning, Vanessa Arnott in the saddle. Came out of the tried horse sale held by the Darwin Turf Club at Cup time last year. He's only had the 5 starts in Darwin and has won his last 3. Prior to that, he had a 2nd and a 4th, so he's been all around the mark and certainly put it all together his last 3 starts. He is going up in weight, 2.5 kilograms from his last win here on the 9th of February. On that occasion, he beat Bell's Banner. Bell's Banner, you'll recall, came out and won here last week, and that's pretty good form, and I think he's a smart horse. Number 2, Bond's Pride, on top for me. Ahead of 1, last year's Guineas winner, Tub Thumper, trained by Phil Cole. Emma Lyons takes 2 kilograms off the mare's weight of 62 kgs, so she'll run around with 60 kgs. Hasn't had a run since coming back from Queensland, where she had a fruitless couple of runs over there. Prior to that, she'd won twice in December here in Darwin, and we know what a good mare she is. I've got her in for 2nd, and then for 3rd, number 5, Queen in the North. Tommy Logan and his wife Sonia combine here. She's run 4 seconds, her last 4 starts. Just can't seem to win one. Seconds to Prince Reuben, Bardi Aya, Barragunda and Disarma. So by the law of averages, you'd say she's getting close to a win. We've got to have her in the mix. Numbers in the first are 2, 1 and 5. The second's the St Patrick's Day races on the 16th of March handicap. Of course, that's our next meeting here in Darwin after Friday. It's a feature day on the Saturday of St Pat's weekend, the 16th it is, and of course the running of the St Patrick's Day Cup on that date. Numbers here are 1, 3 and 4, and a couple of these may well be in the St Pat's Cup, and in fact I think they will be. Number 1, Sicaro. I think that's the way, well, he's not going there, he's too highly rated, but I think he's going to Alice Springs for the Cup. But he'll be hard to beat here, that's what I'm trying to say. Emma Lyons for Phil Cole. He was a last start winner here on the 3rd of February. Of course, he was 3rd in last year's Alice Springs Cup. He won the Chief Ministers last year at Alice. He's a very good galloper. 4 weeks since he's had a run, so he probably needs this to fit him for assignments in the Red Centre, if that's where his trainer intends to take him. And 1,300 should be up his alley at this stage. That was what he won over last time. He's won twice from 5 goes at the trip. Number 1, Sicaro on top. From number 3, Desert Dreamer, who is racing well. Good 3rd last week here behind Bell's Banner. And racing well for Gary Clark. Never goes a bad race, Desert Dreamer. Adam Nichols takes the mount here. And in for 3rd, number 4, Son of Bilski. He will be going to the St Pat's Cup, trained by Chris Nash. He's first up here, needs this blowout run for that St Pat's Cup, but I think he'll race well nevertheless. He won his last 3 starts last campaign, and 2 of them were over this trip. He's pretty smart. I know Nash is happy with him. Whether he's quite fit enough to win remains to be seen, but I think he'll go a very good race. Numbers in the second are 1, 3 and 4. The third's the Garrett's Horse and Hound Handicap, this over 1,200 metres for the benchmark 54 gallopers and a field of 10 here, although we only have 9 riders, so only the 9 to go round. Numbers here are 1, 4 and 3. Fresh up, I'm going for Rising Fire. He hasn't won at this trip before. In fact, he's only had 1 start at 1,200 metres before, but I just thought in this grade, in this field, which is not the strongest on paper, Gary LaFoe's 5-year-old would be a decent charge. Wayne Davis takes the mount here, and he last started on the 21st of October, finished 2nd over a mile on that occasion. So just going with a bit of a spec here on number 1, Rising Fire, fresh up over the 1,200. In for 2nd, number 4, She Can Mix It. Last start winner for Chloe Baxter, over 1,200 in this grade, a benchmark 54. And Emma Lyons takes the mount here, stands Seikos Road last time. Claims the 2 kilos, will carry 57.5. Probably the big downside for She Can Mix It is she's drawn wide in barrier 9, but she's got a lot of pace. She was really tough last time, I thought, and not one-dimensional. She actually sat outside the leader when she won last time, and I think she'll take plenty of beating. Number 4, in for 3rd, number 3, Zariski, another fresh runner in this event, Jared Jared Todd for Gary Clark hasn't raced since the 8th of December, so he's had a bit of a freshen up, probably not a fresh runner as such, but certainly had a little bit of a break, and Zariski's form in the last campaign was solid. Numbers in the third are 1, 4 and 3. We go to the fourth. This is the Ladbroke Summer Sprint Series Heat 7 over the 1100 metres for the 0 to 64 gallopers. Only the 5 to go around here, and my numbers are 1, 4 and 2. He looks one of the better bets of the day for my number 1, Mr. Have a Chat. Chris Nash has only got the 2 horses in work at the present time, and they're both running on Friday, and they're both good chances. Jade Hampson aboard. She could be in for a decent day, Jade. She's based in Alice Springs at the present time while the carnival is getting into full swing down there, but she's flying back for this meeting, and she takes the mount here. She rode Mr. Have a Chat at his only start in Darwin when he finished second here on the 9th of February. That was in 0 to 76 grade behind Al Magnificence. He drops back in grade to a 0 to 64, so he's coming back 3 grades. To me, he's the horse to beat from barrier 4. Number 1 on top. To beat number 4, Swing with Junior from the stable of Chloe Baxter. Emma Lyons aboard. Last start third on the 3rd of February. That was behind Pop Magic. That was a good run in a good race. Coming back in grade as well. And in for third, number 2, Henna Stroza, Gary Clark and JT. Jared Todd take the mount here. 1-2 in November and December, then had a bit of a break. Was down the track on Australia Day, but he's better than that, and he's always to be considered in a race of this grade and this nature. Numbers in the fourth are 1, 4 and 2. And in the last, the Cup Carnival tickets on sale handicap. It's another 1100, this for the Class 2 gallopers. Numbers here are 2, 1 and 3. 2 on top for me, Yarumba, fresh up for Gary Clark and Jared Todd. He was entered for a race here the other week, but he didn't accept. So that tells me he'll be fit and ready to go here. He's only had 2 starts in Darwin for a win and a second back in July and August. So he's had a good long break, but he certainly showed enough last campaign for me to consider him a leading chance here. I've got him on top, number 2, Yarumba, ahead of 1, Forms of Fear, a newcomer to Darwin in the Gary LaFaux stable. Jade Hampson aboard. He trialled here last week, this horse. His form's not bad in New South Wales, Hawkesbury, Newcastle, those sort of places, and I thought he was a definite chance here. And then for third, number 3, Kessler. Angela Forster trains, Aaron Sweeney rides. Had the 1 start in Darwin. He finished 5th of 6 here at his only go, but I think there's improvement in this horse, and I put him in for a place chance here into run third. Numbers in the last are 2, 1 and 3. Best bet of the day, race 4, number 1, Mr. Have a Chat. Very keen on him. I think he'll be winning. Race 4, number 1. While the best roughie is in race 2. It's the former Palmerston Sprint winner, number 2, Syncline. He hasn't won a race for a while. He's a quality galloper, as we know. He's not getting any younger, of course. But in this event, with only the 5 in it, not a lot of pace. I can see him going forward and taking quite a bit of catching. So a roughie there, race 2, number 2, Syncline. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, and we now have 15 days until one of the flagship meetings on the calendar here in the Top End. Of course, that's the St Pat's Day meeting to be held this year on Saturday, the 16th of March. And until then, good luck and good punting.